Hey there, YouTubers. Thanks for tuning back into another video. I've been hard at it for a couple days, majority of the past week, honestly, and we're going to maintain this routine. So, without any further ado, let's roll the intro and get this party started.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact.
Boys and girls, it's currently Saturday. This whole journey started on Thursday, a couple days ago, and I wanted to share kind of what to expect, kind of my own opinions, what I've learned from picking up at Copart. So with Thursday's plan, I had left North Carolina, headed to Maryland. I planned on doing my entire trip that day. I had vehicles in Maryland and I wanted to pick up additional vehicles coming back so that way I could make my entire load full. But what I did was Wednesday night, I worked with the dispatcher, which has been great. I basically have formed some relationships to pick up empty spots or pick up cars for empty spots while I'm currently en route to other dealer cars. So with that being the case, I knew whenever I left out Thursday that I was picking up 3 for a dealer, 2 for a dispatcher. With my plan, I entirely decided that I would pick up all the cars on Friday. So I would drive up Thursday, stay the night, pick up my loads Friday morning. And if you've ever worked with Copart or if you're brand new to this, Copart requires an appointment. So I booked my appointments. I had a 10:30 appointment for Friday morning. So that meant that I needed to pick up 1 Copart car prior to my dealer cars and 1 Copart car after my dealer cars at 1:30. So a total of 5 here. The way that it worked, all of my pickups were in sequence coming home. So it was a no-brainer. You're allowed 14 hours in a shift with your logs. You're allowed 11 hours of drive time. Whenever I started out that morning, I had 20 minutes of, deadhead to be able to get to my Copart at 10:30. Whenever I showed up, there was at least 50 people waiting to be loaded. I don't know if they all had appointments or it was just chaos. It was like a Black Friday giving away a $5 vacuum cleaner. It was nuts. I ended up waiting for over 3 hours to be able to get loaded. And my car ran. So all I needed them to do was go find it and bring it and drop it. And then I would load it. So that was an entire plan killer. Because of that, and because I was sitting there, my 14-hour clock was ticking. So, subtract 3 hours, you're automatically 11 hours of drive time. Whenever you're planning your trip, you want to allow for like deviances or like obstacles. You don't want to schedule it to the wire. And I had intended on doing that. I had a 7-hour trip home, 11 hours of drive time. Everything was going to be, easy peasy. But the way that it ended up working, I quickly left stop 1, headed to my stop 2, and had to get fuel, so there's an entire time that you're going to have to, account for. You have to eat, so you have to account for that. And after I left stop 2, I immediately started hitting accidents on I-95. I needed to come down 95 to come back to Virginia to be able to get the last one. So all of this leading up, there's several clips that I played at the beginning of the video that it just was not working out in a timely fashion to be able to get what I needed done and get where I needed to go. And, you know, my appointment for the Virginia Copart was at 1:30. So with all of that being said, I ended up in Virginia at 5:30. So that's obviously not going to work. The dispatcher I've been working with has been awesome. She helped me find the 2 loads going home. I picked up another one on Wednesday for her. So, you know, it's a great relationship, and I encourage you, if you're trying to do this, to build relationships. But no matter what, you got to be flexible. So once I realized that I wasn't going to make the 5:30 cutoff, you know, about 2:30, I started letting her know. So we canceled that load, and I came home with 4. On the way home, I continued to run into obstacles, wrecks. Half the time, you don't even get to see the wreck whenever there's that much congestion. It's just, you know, a bottleneck, standstill traffic. So it was really frustrating. But by the time I ended up local to my house, I realized that there was no way in the world that I was going to drop off that car. So I went ahead, I slept for the night. I'm back at it today. So this is day 3 in this journey. And I dropped off my other ones this morning. I've got 1 left to go. So here we go. You know, another big circle, hopefully not an all-day thing. We'll keep this video minimum, but we've got an Equinox on the trailer. We're headed to drop it off now. We're empty other than the Equinox. And once we drop it off, we've got 5 cars coming home. So we'll do a bit of a shuffle, make a circle, and then, you know, that's a wrap, Jack. But stick around. I hope you enjoy the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. And, you know, feel free, as always, if you've got any questions, if you're interested in doing this for yourself, drop a comment below, and I'll be happy to try to help out. But let's hit the road and do it to it. So we're going to get us a little snack, check the load, head on down the road without getting into much congestion. So we found a good spot. We'll be back to it. I'm so happy. Adaptive cruise and slow people just don't mix. But the way station's closed, so no stopping today. So party people, we're getting closer. We got about an hour and 10 minutes left to go. And when we get here, we'll do a little bit of paperwork, maybe get a few clips of this thing showing that it looks like it did whenever I picked it up. And, you know, that's one of the benefits of buying, or not buying, but I guess transporting stuff from Copart is they're already damaged. You don't really have to worry about damaging them because they're already pretty messed up. This one runs and drives. The one Wednesday didn't, so I didn't even have to unload it or load it. Like, they just forklift it off. But these guys have a skill set to not scratch trailers. It's, you know, it's amazing. But The week's almost done. We're going to hustle around, get a few more, and we've got quite a few changes coming next week. So I bought some new equipment. We're going to be switching over. I'll be running some different truck around, a different truck around, and still using the same 5-car for now. But you should stick around. Might be a lot of good stuff, pretty exciting stuff. So I thought while we're riding down the road, I'd do a bit of a recap since I neglected to take you guys along for multiple trips this week. Kind of give you a play-by-play of what my week's been like as far as volume. So I've got about 7.5 minutes before I got to make a turn, so we should have plenty of time. Not that it'll take that long, but the way it all kind of worked down, it started Monday. I hauled 5 cars. I'll put pictures in here as I do it. So let's see here. I'll throw a picture to the right of my face. To the right of my face. But 5 cars Monday. I picked up 1 car going and 3 cars coming, so 4 cars on Tuesday. Wednesday was 1 car going, 3 cars coming, so 4 cars on Wednesday. Thursday, I delivered 5 that I already had in storage. I've had a problem with my neighbors, and apparently complaining that I'm starting a junkyard or something, but the weather was bad for a few of my drop-offs a few weeks ago, and I stored the cars in a vacant lot near my house, and can't be doing that anymore apparently. So I delivered those 5 on Thursday before we went to Baltimore. Friday I picked up 1 in Baltimore, 3 in Maryland, Laurel. So there's 4 on Friday. I'm picking up another 5 today. So in summary, 5, 4, 4 is what, 8, 13, 18, 22, and another 5's 27. So 27 smackers for the week, and that didn't take 7.5 minutes, did it? So overall, out of those 27, 2 of them were Copart. And I started this video telling you that I would give you my opinions. I like Copart. There's a lot of volume that comes out of Copart. There's a lot of Copart locations. So, if you're in the hotshot world, it's a pretty good way to be able to stay busy. The downfall is there's a lot of traffic at a Copart. So if you're in and around a larger city, you're going to have an issue where you're not going to be able to stack all of your stuff like you normally would picking up at an auction or like a private site. So you need to plan it out, and you need to be aware of that. You're going to need the Copart app to schedule appointments, and you're going to need some flexibility around that. But overall, I'll continue to do Copart. I'll continue to do IAA. The amount of salvage and insurance claim cars is just as much as retail cars. So, overall, it's a good gig. I won't dismiss it just yet.
I'm so happy, I can't lie, I'm mesmerized by these eyes. I'm so happy, I can't lie, I'm mesmerized by these eyes. I'm so happy, I can't lie, I'm mesmerized by these eyes. I'm so happy, I can't lie, I'm mesmerized by these eyes. I'm so happy, I can't lie, I'm mesmerized.
Unloaded in the middle of the road. They met me out here, easy peasy. And it's at its new home. Back to Charlotte we go. We're gonna make a pit stop here, get some dinner, and then carry on our merry way. Well, boys and girls, I think I found a new favorite place. You can't see it, but Casa Mexicana in Bisco or wherever I'm at. Got to remember this place. So bad news, I made a boo-boo, and whenever you load a 5-car, you can't get into small gas stations because you're too tall with the cars on top. So I stopped to get fuel right up the street from where I was picking up 3 of the 5, and I missed my cutoff. They closed at 8 o'clock, and I got there and it was 8:02. Everybody on a Saturday night was ready to go home, and they were already gone. So we're only getting 2, but we'll wrap this puppy up, load these guys in a hurry, and head on to the house. So guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel for this kind of content. And you know, as always, I appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.
There's no time, feel the pain, live the grind. I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win at life, I never miss that.